Oh, yeah. It's that time. It's about that time. 1 2 1 2 mic check. Lots of going on here in the bunker. I'm waiting on Donnie Good Time Martin to jump on this feed. Guys, you are watching Tornado Radio Network. We're here in the bunker tonight and bringing the noise with the Sulphur High wrestling team. It's our first broadcast of our wrestling program. What an incredible night it is tonight. We have got seniors in the building. We recognize them. We've also got some special guests. We've got kids from DeQuincy, Barb, Sam Houston, going to be showing off their wrestling skills tonight. It's going to be incredible. Donnie Goodtime is finishing up his text message, and as soon as he does, he'll be here with us. But if you've never watched a wrestling match, you are in for a treat. And I'm going to tell you, Coach John Paul Duhan has been with this program. I'm going to go out. I don't even think I'm stretching it. Over 20 years. Over 20 years. He's had some of the best coaches. He's had state champions come out of his mat room. Most of all, better men. That's for sure. This sport is definitely one that will develop you and bring out things in you that you thought never existed. Number one, like conditioning, because I can remember going to my first wrestling practice and warming up with, let's just say a few miles, no big deal. And that's kind of the way it works there. But guys, you're in for a treat. The kids are getting warmed up. We've got 16 matches tonight. 16, if you believe that. So it's going to be incredible. We appreciate your support. We appreciate all the love for the Tornado Radio Network, and most of all, those golden tours. We'll be back when the action starts.
That's the only way the wrestlers know. Wait to break. So bear with us, man. We're just kind of getting set up still. First match of the evening is Jordan. Well, they wrote this in. I can't quite make it out. Jordan and
Mic check.
Yeah, he's on. Dustin, you know these two guys?
Oh, no, I don't.
They scribbled their names at the top. So, Dustin, we're going to kind of rely on you to kind of walk us through what's going on the actual mat itself.
Okay, the Sulphur guy just got a takedown. The Barb guy just got an escape.
So just so any listeners know, Barb, Sam Houston, DeQuincy, because of the hurricane this year, their programs are kind of out of commission this year. So they've kind of joined forces with Sulphur this year, and they have some wrestlers over here with our program working out. Then they'll be headed to state here, I guess, next week, I think.
Mic check. Hey, guys. So I figured to jump on here. A little bit of a lull. Man, we've got the legend, Donnie Good Time Martin, and also a Sulphur Tour wrestling legend, Dustin Walker. Dustin, would you consider yourself a wrestling legend? Does it make you uncomfortable that I call you that?
I don't think so.
Well, you are a living, breathing wrestling legend whenever you're on the Tornado Radio Network. So,
Okay.
Anytime you want to feel great, you just put the headsets on. We'll have you out here. So jump on the network, man. So we got Center Matt here in the bunker. Two gentlemen that have a lot of experience wrestling. This guy's a senior. I think he put 4 years in the program. What are you seeing so far? I mean, you're a technical guy. You've got your brother out there, a guest ref for the match.
It looks like a pretty close match so far.
Yeah, I mean, based off their skill sets, it seems like they're really trying to work the angles. It's a low. So points in wrestling, it's 3-4 right now. Looks like we've.
So let's back up a minute, Kyle. Just so at the end of the first period, they'll flip a coin.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it came up green. So green gets to choose what to do. He can either choose up, down, or neutral.
Right.
Or he can defer, right?
Or defer
to the third period. So I think green chose down. They'll oftentimes choose down because they want to try to get an escape point.
Got you.
So he's up. Well, it's actually tied 4-4 and 2 minutes to a period.
Yeah, so right now he's fighting to get that escape point. The other guy on back's basically like, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's wanting to ride him, and he's wanting
to. The guy on top wants to turn him and get some back points.
I see him working that arm pretty good.
Yeah, he'll work the arm trying to collapse him down.
Oh, look.
He got a little high on him. He's going to slip the head out.
The guy on reversal top now got a reversal. That's 2 points.
That's a big move.
So, Kyle, if you watch college wrestling or like Olympic wrestling, they'll call riding time.
Yeah.
So they don't do it in high school. With riding time is the guy on top has control of the guy on the bottom.
Do you have any? Is there a certain period, like 10 seconds, that you?
A minute.
It's a minute.
Yeah.
It's a minute. You'll get an extra point at the end of the match.
Yeah. So we're right at a minute 17 right now.
Well, but they won't do it. They don't do it in high school.
Oh, got you. This is just for the period.
Yeah, minute 17 in the period. They're tied up at 6. They went out of bounds. So he'll reset them.
So 182, Dustin, these guys are walking around about 200, you think? There's some pretty thick kids out there.
I don't know. I know when I wrestled, we used to drop a lot of weight for tournaments and dual meets.
So he'll get an escape right there.
Yeah.
That'd be 1 point.
I think they kind of cut down on that.
Yeah. You remember that time I tried to weigh in at 160 and I was actually 171. You didn't tell me not to drink the ice cubes when I got home, Donnie. So not a good time. Had to sweat it out with Joe Kelly. But, I mean, losing 12 pounds in an hour is pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
So we're winding it down. Second period so far. These guys, man, they're
Sulphur wrestlers up technical. 7-6.
Yeah, pretty technical. So you've got, I guess, a good mix on one side where you've got a lot of the kids that are that are joining us from other schools, and then you've got pretty much all Sulphur on the other.
Well, probably what you have on the one side is pretty much the Sulphur varsity group.
Yeah.
And probably if that's the team he'll mainly be taking to state, I assume.
Yeah.
And then the other side is going to be the other schools who they'll go to state. I don't know how that's going to work exactly, if they'll wrestle for Sulphur or wrestle for their own school.
Yeah.
But and then some of the guys. One of the things unique about wrestling, at least at Sulphur as well, is if you didn't know, they all wrestle off every week.
Yeah.
So you may be the guy that's walking around thinking whatever.
Yeah.
That that you need to be going to the tournament that weekend on the varsity team, and John Paul wrestles them off. I don't care if you rank number 1 in the state, you got to defend your position usually I think on Wednesday night.
Dude, I got lucky. Remember that first wrestle off? I actually beat the guy and ended up got to travel.
Yeah.
Got to travel, man. It's a pretty good experience, man. It really is, man. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Some of the best conditioning you can have in your life.
So the third period starts. Sulphur wrestlers up top 7-6, and
Donnie, I think I'm going to go ahead and announce the guys kind of getting ready, huh? 106 and 113. Would that be?
Yeah.
Would that be inappropriate to do, Dustin?
Yeah, don't do it during the match.
Okay.
But once we announce, so when you announce the next match, just go ahead and announce
the one after to get ready.
Who's on deck and who's in the hole.
Got you.
They're listening for that. They're familiar with what's going on.
Got you.
So there'll be an escape right there. That's going to tie it up. I believe it's 7-7.
Man,
not quite sure why the Sulphur wrestler chose the top position.
Yeah. What, Dustin, in your experience, was there a preference for you, or you just kind of went by match, whatever you were feeling at the time?
I always chose bottom just because I could usually get out and get that point, 1 point, and then get back on our feet.
Yeah.
Well, and Dustin can tell you.
Look at that reversal.
2 takedown.
Yeah. Tell you what, how is it? I mean, think about it. Y'all used to have to travel so much to go find a team to wrestle. Now you've got 4 teams in the Calcasieu Parish.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's
plus St. Louis.
Plus St. Louis, yeah.
I believe. I'm assuming. Do you know St. Louis wrestling this year? Were they able to keep their team together? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I know a lot of their school got messed up, so I'm not sure what they did with the wrestling program.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to announce this next match. Dustin Walker, so good to have you on the feed, man.
Thanks for having me.
You're basically a celebrity. You can stay on all you like. You do what you like.
So it looks like he's just going to ride him out here. I guess he's wrestling under the Sulphur on the scoreboard, so he's actually up 10-6. So he's just looking to ride him out and finish out the match with a victory, if they've got the score right up on the board. So that's going to bring the end of the first match tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up with that match. I want a big round of applause for both wrestlers there. What a great matchup. Next up on the mat, we're going to wrestle the 106-pound weight class. 2 freshmen, Taylor Nix and Tyson Roach, ready to bring the noise. Now, who's on deck? We got the 113 class, the senior Gavin Terrio, and the freshman Bill Franks. And in the hole is the 195 class, 2 sophomores, Corey Hyatt and Bladen Laylow. But you're watching right now, 106, 2 freshmen, Taylor Nix and Tyson Roach. Let's go.
Kyle, things are fixing to pick up here real quickly with these little cats. They usually get on with it pretty good.
Yeah, I was thinking about the UFC guys, man. They don't get gassed, and these kids are gonna roll, man.
So in the black, you've got he's from Sam Houston. I saw, according to his.
Yeah, that's right. We got the Broncos on the mat tonight.
Well, no, they've been practicing and everything with Sulphur all year.
Okay.
I don't know the specifics of it, but
they still get to represent the squad, though. I mean, like their home squad.
I think, but because like I say, Sam Houston and Barb and him didn't field a team this year, so due to the hurricane.
It's kind of like your buddy David. Remember, he used to come roll with us.
David Cox, he was from Grand Lake and he wrestled with us.
Could he wrestle?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard about him. Remember you talking about him?
Yeah, he was pretty good.
So he was trying to get some back points there, Kyle, but they went out of bounds. So he's got takedown points. So 2-0. So Sulphur wrestler will start on the ground. Two pretty good looking kids right here for freshmen.
Yeah, really getting after it. Yeah, so growing up, I mean, Dustin, you wrestled early on before high school. And when did you start?
I started when I was 5 years old. I started wrestling. Back then, we traveled all over Sulphur looking for different places to wrestle.
That's the little one right there, Millie Grace. Yeah,
Awesome.
he's my middle. There's Lucy. There's Finn. My wife, Michelle. Guys, for those of you listening, we're having a little bit of a reunion, class of 2004. Shout out.
2004, y'all are just puppies.
Yeah. Hey, you kidding me? I'm going to be 35 next month. That's old, man. I make sure to buckle my seatbelt every time now, Don. I'm a risk assessor. You know what I mean? Wow.
Oh, getting some back points here.
Yeah.
Looks like maybe.
Yeah, he rolled the wrong way and kind of just rolled into it. And Sam Houston wrestler's done a good job right there of keeping control. He needs to reach up there and get a little wrist control so he can.
Yeah.
But he's moved out to a 9-1 lead.
So now the first, I guess if they're wrestling in a group, the winner of the first match is going to get points, team points. Is that right? That's how it works? Like if you win that match, or
if you were wrestling, if you were
normal duel,
a normal duel.
Is that how they're doing it tonight? Do you know?
No, they're not. I don't think they're keeping any points. This was mainly set up for the seniors.
Yeah,
because they had to cancel their last dual meet, or not only the dual meet, but their district. They were going to have district as well.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
But with COVID, so the Sam Houston wrestler there with another takedown.
We got some ankle control there, man. A little wheelbarrow. Got to get out of that situation.
Well, the Sulphur wrestler too. He'll learn.
Oh wow.
He'll learn a lot of these situations. He just needs to stand up.
Yeah, just get out of there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to power up out of that.
Oh man.
He did a nice job out there preventing himself from getting pinned though.
Yeah.
They're going to let it go. You're about to learn, Kyle, what a was it Dustin, a technical decision is?
Yeah.
Oh no kid. Yeah.
It's when you up by 15 points.
And they'll just
So 15-2.
shut her down, huh?
Shut her down.
Yeah. One more takedown right here by the Sam Houston wrestler. We'll bring it into the match.
Yeah, that kid from Sam really seems like he's under control, man. He's
he's an experienced wrestler.
Yeah.
It's obvious he's probably come through the junior program over the years.
Well, you saw that underhook?
That was a duck under.
That's the old duck under.
He gets
2
a takedown.
points.
So that's going to bring it into that match. But you're probably seeing the freshman wrestler from Sulphur just needs more time under his belt. And he's staying in the weight room a little bit. He'll be fine.
We've got the 113-pound club. The senior Galatario against the freshman Bill Breaks. On deck, we've got Corey Hyatt and Blade Lalo. In the hole, Doc Miller and Connor Williams.
Now, I believe the Hyatt boy is one of the top wrestlers in the state, heading to the state championships, if I remember correctly.
Which one is he?
He's in the hole, or he's on deck.
On deck. Okay.
That's Ethan Hyatt's little brother. I don't know if you remember Ethan. He was here, played ball here a few years back.
I don't remember him.
So that's a takedown there by a Sulphur wrestler. He's looking to cradle him, trying to cradle him to the back, looks like, to get some back points.
These guys are really getting after it, man. That's a good weight class right there, 113. Got a little meat, but they're still going to be really well conditioned. Hard to believe, though, only 113 pounds, man.
He's going to stack.
Oh.
I was going to get him stacked right there for a pin, but he was
Can
able
you
to roll
pin
through.
from that position? Can you get the shoulder blades down on that?
Yep.
Man, that's impressive. Oh, Donnie, we hope we don't lose power.
Yeah, he's going to get him right there.
Got him.
Got him.
Well, and you said that's also, you're seeing a senior going against a freshman right there, so a little bit of just a tad of experience difference.
Bill Frank, what a good performance. Next up on the mat, at 195 pounds, 2 sophomores, Corey Hyatt and Bladen Lalo. On deck, we've got Doc Miller and Connor Butta at the 120-pound club. And in the hole at 195 pounds, Lane Apple and Hugo Perez, guys. Let's get ready to rumble.
The Perez young man was a linebacker. Was it a linebacker or defensive line on the football team this year, wasn't he?
Same Perez crew.
Well, the one wrestling played football as well this year. Yeah, his brother that was here with him was a wrestler too.
Okay, because they've had a few Perez's come through.
Yes. No, that's not the Perez you're thinking of.
Oh, different.
You're thinking of Ryan and
That's
Ryan
right.
and Matt.
Yep. Was they wrestled also too?
Yeah,
Yes.
they were.
Yep.
They wrestled when I was still coaching.
Oh, wow. There you go. These guys are 195 pounds.
So Hyatt was a linebacker on the football team. He's just a sophomore, I believe.
Yeah, these are two sophomores.
But his older brother is Ethan Hyatt.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit behind you. He's a little high right there. He's looking to get his feet in.
Trying to roll him?
He'll try. Yeah, he's looking to try to get some back points.
Yeah, there you go.
The wrestler in the white, what year was he? Kyle?
Two sophomores.
Two sophomores.
Yeah, Bladen Lalo and Corey Hyatt. I don't know which one's which.
Corey's in the blue.
Okay.
Looked to be a little difference in weight right there.
Yeah, really.
It's only an exhibition, so the kid in the white may be big. He looks bigger than 195.
Yeah, maybe more like a 205, maybe.
We're trying to get maybe a little biscuit over 205.
205, yeah. We're wrapping up the first period, man. Guys, really rolling well. We appreciate y'all tuning in. It's a really special night for everybody. We have seniors being recognized. We've got kids from other schools. And it's the first time Tornado Radio Network has covered a wrestling event. And thus far, what do you think, Legend? Decent?
Yeah, it's
not too bad.
Good.
Going pretty good.
This is my first experience with Tornado Radio. So.
Yeah, we're all working it out tonight, aren't we? We're always welcome back. You know that.
Yeah.
You got your card.
I'm sure this is how it goes, though. John Paul called Dustin.
Yeah.
And said, "Hey, Dustin, you are coming Thursday night, aren't you?" And Dustin said, "Yeah, Coach, I'll be there."
Yeah.
So when he gets here, he immediately puts him to work somehow.
Ice chest, rolling the mat out.
Yep.
Because you're probably eventually going to be refereeing, aren't you?
Yeah.
I bet you sit there.
I'm going to try to avoid it, but
yeah. He's not running down there.
So look, when my middle one Adam was wrestling, so after Adam graduated, I'd come up here to watch.
Yeah.
And as soon as I walk in, John Paul's like, "Hey, you can run the scoreboard."
Yeah.
Hey, I'm like, "Wait a minute,
doing something.
I just want to sit and watch John
Not
Paul.
tonight.
I'm just kind of swinging by."
Yeah, not tonight.
And, I know how those phone calls go. I've been getting them for a long time. Yeah. So the Hyatt young man is ranked number 1 in the state right now.
Yeah, and Bladen Lalo, number 5. I mean,
he's number 5 at 225.
Wow.
So I knew he was. But this is actually great practice for both of these guys because it gives Hyatt, a heavier, tougher, different wrestler.
Yeah.
But it gives Laidlow a smaller, quicker wrestler. So it's a good workout for both of them.
Man, so they're going to still have state this year?
Yeah, I believe it starts next Thursday.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Well, that's great, man. You saw tonight, most of these seniors have been there 4 years. At this point, you got a big crew that's been doing it a while. One of the things I'd love to have been done a lot sooner, really got.
Well, from what I understand, so Sulphur, they went to one of the bigger tournaments all year long. I think it was the Louisiana Classic a couple weeks ago, and they had an outbreak of COVID coming out of the Classic. So the LHSA shut down all the wrestling statewide up until the state tournament. So in an effort to be able to have the state tournament. So
that's good. I'm glad they were able to preserve that because, man, as a senior, can you imagine you've worked this hard and then going into it and it's like you're in the perfect condition and you got to shut it down. Man, I know there's a lot of disappointed folks last year.
And as Dustin can attest, the wrestling, and I'm not knocking other sports, but wrestling to me is literally 24/7, especially during the season.
Yeah. And
then even after the season, you do so much, you do summer stuff and tournaments and different things. I mean, it goes year round. So, I mean, why to say you're a senior and you've only got 3 or 4 months there and you're senior, you really don't. You've gone 12 months,
easily.
And like Dustin said, I mean, he started wrestling when he was 5 years old.
Right.
So, I mean, you started at 5. So
it's a lot invested. Is that the third period? Or going into the third?
No, we're going into the third.
Man, it's been a good match. It's definitely
So
wearing them out.
Hyatt in the blue, which he's wearing the red anklet. He had the choice, so he'll choose down, as Dustin mentioned earlier, looking to get the escape point. This should be a good test for him as well. You know, he's got a heavier wrestler.
Yeah.
These two kids probably
wow, look at that.
probably practice against each other most of the time during the week, I bet. Like I say, you're watching two kids that are ranked in top 4 or 5 in their respective weight classes in the state of Louisiana.
Yeah. They're really really getting after it. I mean, just thinking, and you know, Dustin, I mean, when you're doing it, when you've done it since you were 5 years old, there's so many instinctual things that are going to happen while you're wrestling. I remember watching you so excited. There was that one kid that like you always went up against, you know, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And just I can imagine you're kind of thinking what his next move was, even though you kind of knew what your next move was, and just doing it over and over,
Right.
not having to think about it. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Almost is going to get the pin. Can we get the pin? Need a 6-piece. Yep. No, out of it. That was it?
Yep.
They pinned him?
Pinned him.
Wow.
So as long as their feet were still.
Match up right there at 195. We're looking at the top 5 2 wrestlers in the state right there with Corey Hyatt and Blake Lego. I want another big round of applause for that performance. Gotta love it. Coming in hot on the mat at 120 pounds, the senior Doc Miller and the freshman Connor Butter. On deck, Lane Acker, Hugo Perez, and in the hole, Tony Williams and Bill Price. Let's get it out.
So it looks like your brother was able to con Brett Coons into getting out there.
Yeah, we have 4 guys that are supposed to be reffing, so we worked out a deal to each ref 4 matches.
So Brett wrestled at Sulphur. I don't think Brett won a state title, but finished runner-up, I think.
I think he did. I don't remember.
Did he win a state? I can't remember for sure. But anyway, yeah, Brett wrestled and played football at Sulphur and played football at McNeese. Coached here for a few years, and now he's coaching up at DeQuincy along with Sulphur alum Matt Dufresne.
All right. Yeah, I think he got runner-up. I don't remember.
So, Dustin, you're going to tell us what this move is right here. He's got him hung up pretty good.
That's a spladle.
Well, you know, Coach Duon's not really set me up for success. I just, we appreciate you, Mark. Mark Morris said they're not sophomores, they're juniors, guys that just wrestled. The top 2 guys there. So thanks for helping us out. We're
just testing our listeners.
That's it. And then they are listening.
Kyle, you missed that, but if your wife ever comes home and says she learned to spladle, you're in trouble.
Unbelievable matchup right there. It's Mr. Doc Miller and Connor Butter. Next up, Lane Apple and Hugo Perez at 195 pounds. On deck, Tony Williams and Bill Franks at 120 pounds. And 126 in the hole, Kyle Thibodeau and Camden. Go Truck.
Wow, Dustin.
So Perez is
pretty
another
violent
senior
whip
on the
right
team.
there, huh?
I missed it.
Yeah. He did a little head lean, and then he just went whop.
What year is the other? They're not Perez, the other kid.
Okay, he's a sophomore, but we're going to ask Mark Moore, Lane Ackle.
Well, I think what you're seeing is you're seeing the senior kind of picking on the sophomore a little bit right there.
Yeah. We all got to learn. Okay, so we've got Brett Coons, and that's one of the things I wanted to recognize. Another local legend on the mat refereeing was Burke Walker. We got Brett Coons, future legendary coach. He's over at DeQuincy High School, former Sulphur Tour, still a Sulphur Tour in my heart. Oh, look, we're going to get Burke Walker on the feed. Hey, Dustin, thank you so much for joining us. Now we got to convince your brother to get over here and get this microphone. Can you do it? Let's see if he can do it. Donnie, we get both Walkers up here, man. It's a pretty good night. Pretty good treat. There he is.
This is probably the better looking Walker.
Yeah, he's better looking.
We can say that now.
Yeah,
Dustin's walking off. Make sure he didn't hear us.
Hey, Burke, man, so good to have you here on the Tornado Radio Network. We're broadcasting live. Got a few viewers out there. First time we've ever been here on the mat with you guys, and you wrestled many years along when we talk about Dustin and his history. Doing a great job out there as an honorary referee, man.
Oh, thank you.
Really doing great. Donnie, good time. Take it real quick. I'm going to get these guys announced.
Yeah, we talked about how those calls go. John Paul calls and says, "Hey, you coming by the gym tonight?" Yeah, I'll come watch. And then, usually when you walk in the door, it's, "Hey, I need you to referee, or I need you to run the clock."
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He'll always put you to work. He's not shy about that.
So, are you still coaching with the junior program at all, or
No,
just working and raising kids?
Working and raising
I got you.
kids. It keeps me busy.
So we were talking too about something a little unique, obviously with Barb and DeQuincy and Sam Houston kind of wrestling. I don't know when they go to the meets. I don't know if they wrestle as a team, but how that works. But they're all wrestling under the same moniker, I guess you'd say, as far as the working out goes.
It's kind of like what we did in right after Hurricane Rita when we had South Cameron and Grand Lake and those guys all coming and practicing with us.
So comparing, I mean, Sulphur's program's obviously been around the longest. These kids coming in from these other schools, how are those programs evolving into the wrestling world? I mean, these kids coming in ready to go, you noticing a pretty good skill set?
Yeah. There was a few of the kids that I didn't know, that I'm assuming aren't from Sulphur that I thought looked pretty good.
Yeah.
When a lot of these kids have wrestled in the Sulphur junior program.
Oh, yeah.
Come up through the junior program.
They just went to other schools.
Yeah. The Royer boy, he's not a Royer, but his mom is from Sulphur, but he wrestled with the Sulphur junior tours, I believe, for a lot of years. He's at the Quincy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the St. Louis last year before, won a state championship.
Wow.
And that program is they're a different classification.
Right.
But
I think I ended up talking to somebody, maybe it was one of the parents of that their kid wrestled for St. Louis, and I didn't realize they had a wrestling team.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Now Sam Houston probably of the other schools have probably got the better up and coming program right now. I think they've already had a couple state champions out of there as well.
Well, that's a good area, for athletes. So
yeah. Yeah, they've got a good group of kids in all their athletic programs over there right now. So who's the Sulphur young man?
looks like we got Kyle
Thibodeau.
Yeah, and then DeQuincy, right? Representing.
Yes.
Oh, DQ.
Oh, that was nice.
There you go. Hey, Millie Grace. Ankles and wrists, man.
Yeah, he stuck with it. That was good. Oh,
There
wow,
you go.
nice.
Oh, get out of there.
Oh, you had to circle the head.
It looks like something Jay Hernandez used to do to me.
Oh, yeah.
Old cow
Looks like he's
catcher, man.
setting up a roll.
Yeah. Oh, he lost the
Nope,
arm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
It's like a little match right here, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Good little match right here. Lots of conditioning on the mat.
Well, that's a nice job by getting back, going back around him and be able to keep it going active as well, Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of just going out of bounds. It looks like he's going to roll him here. Already got his 2 points takedown. Now he's just getting his back points.
It's like he's kind of muscling him a little bit here.
Yeah, a little stronger, looks like.
There you go.
Nice step over right there.
Danger zone.
Yeah.
Is he going to get it?
I think so.
Booyah! Yeah. Got him pinned.
Nice. The other little wrestler didn't look too bad. He just kind of got overpowered, it looked like.
Yeah, that's always the interesting thing with the wrestling is, you kind of think what's walking out there on the mat. Sometimes it still amazes me to this day that, some of these kids are just so strong. You have no idea till they put their hands on you, I guess you would say.
Right.
Oh, we got another honorary referee out there. Cody Constance used to wrestle 161. Good wrestler, too.
Ooh, tried a little
Working
triple
on
right there.
Yeah, that would have been nice if you'd have pulled that off.
Circle.
There we go.
Oh, very good. He stuck with it. That was nice.
Got two.
Well, what you'll see a lot of times, Kyle, is that especially the younger wrestlers, they'll try for a move, and if they don't get it right away, they'll back out of it. And like he's saying, he's stuck with it.
Just commit to it, huh?
Yeah. Well, not so much commit to it sometimes as much as just kind of staying with it, keeping your feet moving, or keeping circling around them. You may not have had the right angle.
Yeah, it kind of opens up other opportunities, I guess.
Yeah.
Just like he kind of jumped himself into a bad situation right there.
Yeah.
Instead of just hipping into him when he had that cradle, he tried to roll, and that's always ow.
Boy, I did not like the way that looked. That leg looked. I got hung up. So run that half a little bit.
Yeah, you'll see the wrestler on top. He's looking to run that half on the right side there, or with his right arm. Well, nice job of standing up right there.
Yeah, really good job.
Oh, nice. Get your leg out. Get your leg out. There it is.
Now he'll get a reversal right there, Kyle.
Man, what a display. It's 2 sophomores, guys.
And right there, he needs to put his knee in his – no, don't do it. He needs to jump to that one side. Oh, he got it.
What, he got it?
Yeah, he got it.
He's into a cradle right there.
He's in the danger zone. Kostov's going to get him. Not tonight, boys.
Yeah, you're paired up against a little bit more veteran wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't work.
No, you're right. Especially if he slips that arm through and then he catches you, you're on your back. The safe move is to get hip to hip with him and hip him on over.
On deck, we've got Hunter Dolly and Josh Gabriel. And in the hole, 2 freshmen, Noah Mutar and Ethan Brashear.
Ooh. Oh.
See right there, that's a prime example right there. He got out of it.
He muscled through that. Wow.
Who are these 2 wrestlers, Kyle?
We're looking at Trent Trouth and Braden Terrio. We got 2. Okay. We got a junior against a senior. Trent being the junior, Braden's the senior. Trying to work out the concession stand situation with the kiddos.
Just send your card down there.
I did. I sent them a 20. I said, just give me something. They had a big – you saw they had the king-size Milky Ways? Oh, come on.
That's right up your alley, huh?
Oh, man. I got to break it in half and eat one tomorrow, a piece of it tomorrow. Don't want me getting amped up over here. Whoa, okay, guys.
Out.
Got out of bounds. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. You're watching the Tornado Radio Network. We're here in the bunker covering our first ever dual meet for the Sulphur wrestling team. Excited to be here with Donnie Goodtime Martin and the legend, Burke Walker. You're referred to as a legend on this show, so whenever you
okay.
When you know,
I like that.
Pump me up, you get on, you're a legend.
All right.
Let it be known. It's on live
I got
YouTube
news for
broadcast.
you, though, when you go home.
Yeah, right. I'm no longer a legend.
Your kids have no concern that
that's right.
Kyle called you a legend on the
Dad,
the show.
I didn't hear it. That's what they said. I didn't hear it.
You got a little blood, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter's just she just wants money.
Nope. Yeah. That's it. All right, so get a little medical situation. Big shout out to Trey down there, getting him taken care of. It's our local athletic trainer. Oh, Mr. Coons. Yeah, Ledge, we're going to have to get Mr. Coons on the feed. I know your time is limited. You've got other obligations out there, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, Mr. Coons, why don't you join us here on the Tornado Radio Network, man? Doing a great job. Barry, it's always good to see you, man.
Good seeing you, brother.
Appreciate you helping us out tonight.
No problem.
All right. Go ahead and put those bad boys on. How's it feel, man?
Oh, it's good.
Hey, you did a great job out there.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know half of what you were doing, but it seemed like you're doing it well. Guys, got Brett Kuntz on the feed representing the DQ Tigers.
Brett, we were trying to remember, did you win a state title in wrestling or you were runner-up?
State runner-up.
Runner-up, that's what I thought. Okay.
I was number 1 seed, got upset in the finals.
That's right.
That'll happen, guys. So, Donnie, we're talking to a bunch of legends tonight here on the show. Top quality wrestlers. We're also watching some really quality wrestlers too, Brett. It looked like we had some maybe future state champs on the mat a while back. Right now we're watching that Hunter Doughty and Josh Gabriel duke it out, and then we're going to go step up to 195 in this next matchup. 2 big freshmen. Oh, wow. Here we go.
So Brett, tell me, what time at night do you get up with that new baby?
Oh,
Oh
man.
man, yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. I can't complain, man. She sleeps.
Hey, that's good.
I got a good wife, man. She kind of pulls duty for me so I can get up and go to work.
Yeah, you got early mornings.
I do.
Y'all getting those Tigers ready to go for round 2 in the season?
Trying to. We're working hard right now.
I was talking to Coach Dufresne after church the other day, and man, we were fired up. I can't wait to come watch you guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you tell me he gets him new uniforms. They ain't gonna handle it. It can't be no 5-5 seasons no more now.
Nope, that's it. Y'all got some new unis?
Yeah, we got some
New white.
some new whites,
look
and
good.
some
I
new
like
grays.
them. Yeah,
Man.
I didn't see the grays. I saw the whites.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
Coach-
great when you got those new unis,
Oh man, it puts a whole little atmosphere and another little culture in these kids.
It really does. I remember we got the first Nike uniforms. There were away white Nike uniforms, blue pants. Man, you talk about fire us up, man.
Oh yeah.
Here's another one.
Uh-oh, is he ready?
Mr. Bergeron.
Mr. Bergeron's ready to get on the feed? Talk a little wrestling? We need somebody too, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
He's another one that Coach Duhan calls and says, "Hey,
Yeah,
are you coming
come in.
by? Yeah, I'll come by."
How
Has he tried to put you to work already? Yeah.
much weed eating have you guys done? I mean, weed eating, wheelbarrowing, even load us up in the back of the truck. We're going somewhere doing something.
I was telling a story the other day. Duhan got mad at us Christmas Eve. We ran 3 miles. It was sleeting.
Well, a lot of people don't realize the wrestlers put the mats down before the mat, and they'll roll them up and put them up. You
That's
have to
right.
move them
Is
afterwards.
that a pin, guys? I missed
Yep.
that. Oh,
Great matchup right there against the junior Hunter Tony and the sophomore Josh Gabriel.
So, Brett, does DeQuincy have a team at all, or just the one
We have
young man?
We have two. We have Landon Royer, who's a senior. He's been
Uh-huh.
wrestling for a couple years, and we got Cam Gotro, that's a sophomore. Just kind of came on the last couple years, and they're
Okay.
both doing really good.
Well, the Royer boy, I think, wrestled up through the junior program here.
Correct. I think
His,
so.
his mom, Stephanie's from Sulphur.
Yeah.
So.
Both good guys. They work. They come football workouts with us. Everything. I mean, they do what they're supposed to do.
So, are you trying to get more of the boys up there involved with the wrestling? Or?
Oh man, I always encourage wrestling. I mean, that was one of the best things that happened to me.
Well, you know, and then you talk back to a lot of football players that didn't wrestle, and even my son Alex said, other than he lost more weight than he wanted to lose. He was a lineman like you, but he tells me to this day that was the worst thing he ever did for his football career was when he stopped wrestling, and he got hurt his freshman year, and I think got a little nervous about his knee, he still says to this day that's the worst thing he did for his football career.
Yeah, I mean, most people don't know I didn't wrestle until I was a freshman. Miss
Yeah.
Don, you watched me
Yeah.
grow up. I mean, I didn't win a match, I think, until into my sophomore year.
Well, not only to me, in my opinion, does the wrestling from the agility and the footwork standpoint, but I mean, wrestling teaches so much fortitude.
yeah.
I mean, you're walking out there on a mat, damn near half naked, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And you got one guy across from you, and you know what? If you don't take it to him, he's fixing to whoop your butt.
It's man on man. That 171 class killed me. If I could have just lost 10 pounds, I'm wrestling guys that are 6'4", guys I'm 5'4". Sometimes they were taller than that, just long, lean dudes. I mean,
we could have sent you to
what did you
Chuck
do with
Wenzel's house. We could have got that weight off of you.
well, I needed to, man, but it made a difference. But I'll tell you what, there was nothing better that I could have done getting into my senior year than wrestling the previous year. The conditioning, incredible. Definitely a sport would have loved to get introduced to sooner. And that's what I love about Sulphur and their junior wrestler program, getting these kids interested in a great sport.
So Kyle, he's trying to get around on him. Looks like trying to get around so he can reach in there and get a leg. And that's one of the things we were just talking about.
He's got a cow catcher.
Oh, there you go. Now,
If he'll stay with it,
trap on him.
A lot of times once they don't get the move right away, they'll go away from it, getting an escape.
Yeah, we try to bait him into it.
But
these are two freshmen. Don, 195? What do you think?
no, I don't think they're quite that
I
heavy.
think Duhan may be a little heavy on the pin there.
But sometimes, I mean, they may be wrestling at 195 because they need to. But
Yeah.
the guy in the blue's doing a good job of keeping control of the gold wrestler's head and keeping it. As a wrestler, you got to get Brett to tell you have to get your head off the mat.
He had the right idea right there. The yellow guy trying to finish at the end.
Yeah.
Short time, try to finish, get some quick points.
Yeah, having that same issue with the headphones, Don. So it kind of goes out like that.
Yeah, I think it may be a cord.
But as soon as you talk, it comes back. We're all good. A little bit of a budget, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure when did the Constance boy wrestle?
He was our class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good. I think he wrestled 161 or maybe a little lighter.
Y'all was pretty loaded that year. Y'all had some good
they had
dudes.
a lot of good guys, man.
And the good thing about wrestling is most of these older guys will come back and help you.
Right.
I mean, my senior year, I had Valen.
Yeah.
Valen Jackson, 2-time state champion. Buck Barrett come in there every day. I mean, just and help me tremendously.
Yeah, it's kind of a fraternity thing, you know. It's you see the guys like you said that come back. It's nice they come back and not only help out the high school program, they'll come out and come back and help out the junior program as well.
He needs to get. Oh, got him.
Got him.
Good job.
Constance.
Great matchup right there between two freshmen, Noah Luton, Ethan Brashear.
So, Brett, as far as football goes, as far as you know, they're going to let you, as of right now, they're letting you guys have a full spring. And
we hoping
kinda,
so, Mr. Don. I mean,
as far as you know?
Yes, sir. As far as I know, trying to just get better every day right now where we can. So we lifting weights, running, jumping.
That's that time of the year. Yeah, it's
we're a little school. We got a bunch of two to three sport athletes. So they're all busy with basketball. Our basketball team's playing right now.
And baseball's getting started this week, I guess.
Baseball's starting.
Well, they've been practicing, but game wise,
right.
I think they get kicked off this week. So
right.
So Kyle, this will be a little interesting match. You got two different size wise, two different wrestlers.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming on the feed, man. Best of luck. We're going to be
Appreciate
following those DQ Tigers all next year.
Good seeing you,
I
Brett.
appreciate it. Thank y'all.
We're
Y'all
going to
too.
get Mr. Bergeron on the feed.
Congratulations on that new baby.
That's it. Just put them on your head. All right, now's the party.
How's it going?
So what's going on, man? I don't know we've officially met. I'm Kyle Medier. And what's your name?
Brett Bergeron.
Brett Bergeron.
Yes,
You're
sir.
former tour wrestler?
Yes,
I
sir.
assume? Yeah.
Graduated in 2010, so it's been a little while.
Yeah,
but
I was just a few years ahead, but we're glad to have you on. So you're on the Tornado Radio Network, okay? We're a YouTube channel broadcasting all things Sulphur sports. This is our first time here in the bunker, viewing the mat, getting acclimated. So we need folks like yourself so that our viewers
So Brett, what move was that right there?
know what's going on.
We want you to help us out with some of the technical stuff.
Yeah.
I think he's doing him in the little cow catcher right there. Now he's got him for the.
That is not a good time right there.
Well, there
you go. Got him. Got him. Go ahead and get these guys announced here.
So Brett, you're kind of an old man now.
Yes, sir. Yeah, got my little boy wrestling now in the
do you
junior
really?
program. So yeah.
So Brett owns Bergeron Electric, and so I know he's been busy since. You were busy before the storms, but I know you definitely been busy after the storm.
Definitely helped.
How old is he now?
Well, he's 7, and I got an 8-month-old, but the
I knew you had
7-year-old,
a younger one.
He's on the mat, and we got a tournament. We're heading over to Houston Saturday. So
this isn't his first year, though.
No, sir.
He's wrestled a couple years. I think
Yes,
your dad
sir.
told me. Yeah. So what year did you graduate, Brett?
2010, I graduated.
10, okay. So one of the obviously the one in the darker singlet, I believe, is a Barb wrestler, and I'm not familiar with the name, so excuse me there.
Yes, sir. They're both working some collar ties. Oh, got to get higher hips right there. There we go.
Yeah,
got a front headlock
yeah,
trying to fight
there
the
he goes.
arm.
He's got that wrist control now, so he can
Lift
pull
the
that
head
arm
and
up.
look up.
Well, he's not in a happy place right now, gentlemen. The legend, Coach Walker's down there looking at it. That's Dustin. There you go.
Oh, got
Tapped
the
him
pin.
right there, guys. That's it. Great match right there.
So now I believe this is going to be. It looks like a DeQuincy wrestler.
Next up on the mat, at 160 pounds, two seniors, Daniel Burton, the Sulphur, and Landon Royer of the Quincy.
Oh, DeQuincy brought a crowd over here.
When they announced him earlier, I thought to myself, man, DeQuincy must be shut down tonight.
Going for
But
a double leg.
The Royer kid's the one we mentioned. He's come up through the junior program at Sulphur. So
he looks comfortable out there, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. I don't know. I would venture to say he's probably ranked somewhere in the state. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the rankings.
What a match. So these two seniors right here really getting after it.
The Burton kid, I believe, was a football player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though you mentioned
That's
Jay
right.
Hernandez and he shows up.
Dude,
was he
there
driving
he is.
by in his
I
car?
was having flashbacks of the cow catcher. Matter of fact, I've seen a couple of these out here. I don't want any part of that ever again, but if I would do it for the Tornado Radio Network, Don, if you wanted me to.
I'm not going to ask you to do that, Kyle.
I would demonstrate, how that looks and feels.
Jay hooks you up in that. You may have an accident in your pants or
and
something.
embarrass myself in front of all these people. That's right. So what you up to now, Mr. Bergeron? Working hard?
Yes, sir. They're
Yeah.
keeping me busy out there doing some electrical work, from the storm. And,
Yeah. We
just-
appreciate you guys, man. I tell you, above and beyond is all I can say with all those workers that came out and
That was a nice job
just
right
helped
there.
out, You
Yes,
got power
sir.
a lot sooner
Yeah.
than I think most people thought,
Yeah, we appreciate y'all, for all the work and, the loyalty y'all give to the guys out there doing the work, man. It goes both ways, that's for sure.
Yeah, I try to make sure every time I drive by, just heads up something, just if I just happen to have an extra piece of boudin ball or something, I always make sure to offer it. 'Cause
That's
I know
it.
a lot of these guys from out of town,
Oh, yeah.
So we got ourselves a little matchup, gentlemen.
Yeah, what you're
This is a
seeing probably,
good
Kyle,
little
too.
matchup.
These two guys probably wrestle against each other and practice quite a bit, so they know each other real well.
Yeah.
Royer had a single leg and just kind of gave up on
Yeah.
it. And the Sulphur wrestler was able to end up reversing it and taking him down.
It's an
That'd be an
escape right there.
there.
There it is.
Working collar ties, trying to get a slide by in.
There it is.
Nice shot right there.
Saved
Nice
by
shot
the
at the end
bell,
of the period.
guys. So it's the last period right here?
No, we're going to the second.
Yeah, it's really, really good matchup.
But yeah,
Red choice.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to pick down.
so Kyle, that's what we were talking about earlier. He'll pick down. He's looking to get
Trying
to get a
pick up an
point.
escape point right here.
You got to get out of there.
A lot of tight matches. You want to go bottom, get that extra point.
Right.
Especially if you're good on top, because when the other guy goes bottom and you're on top, you can kind of lock him in. You can prevent him from getting that point.
Yeah. Yeah, this is so close, man. These guys are really, really compatible on the mat.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to try to roll him. He's thinking about it. Yeah, he's got a good lock on that leg right now. Oh, man, he may even be able to spin him.
He's got to break him down, or he's going to give up an escape. But they'll go out of bounds. I think Blue will still be
How
on
far
top.
out can they go? I've seen them around outside that.
Is it once 3 feet go out? I'm trying to remember, Brett.
Yeah, I don't remember the rules on it. They didn't change since the last time I wrestled too. Normally, if you keep 2 feet in one opponent, especially for a takedown, they'll keep the match going and you'll get your points. But they'll let you work on the edge of the mat a little bit and see if y'all can get back in play. But if not, they'll restore them.
So the Royer kid, look, he's having a lot of trouble getting off the mat. That's kind of what comes when you condition. In fact, you're just past the halfway point of the match. A lot of this now is who's better conditioned. But Royer's having a little trouble getting his head up off the mat, and you may see conditioning or lack of conditioning coming into play a little bit. Just about got a stalemate right here, though. Royer's got a leg, and Sulphur kid's got an arm hook, kind of wing hooked. He's got his legs
Gotta
loose
roll.
now.
Now, as long as he stays behind him or wrapped around, is that still considered in position, or is that a escape point?
No, if he stays behind him.
It'll stay there, and if you got to make it clear either escape or reversal before they'll give you the point. So as long as they kind of stay in that position, they'll keep it like this. And
Think of it as they got a face.
Right.
Until he gets turned and faces him, they won't give him. He'll have trouble getting his escape point. You see, Royer chose the bottom. He's looking to get that point. Sulphur he's doing a great job right there of hustling and just not giving that point up every time he stands. Yeah, every time he stands up, Burton chases him. There's 2 seconds to go. So that's a nice job by Burton. Hopefully not to give up this point.
Guys, we're going to go into the third period. Really good, even match right here. Really anybody's bout. So we're going to have we've got Daniel Burton on bottom right now for Sulphur. The Quincy High School representing here in the bunker.
Got a cradle right here.
Oh, gosh. Look at that.
That's a nice job by Royer right there.
Royer,
Burton
man.
kicks out. I think Royer's going to get some back points out of that, though.
Trying to cradle again.
Yep. Look at it. Uh-oh. Got a fight. Ref's getting in position. Wow.
Doing a good job.
Oh, he reversed. That's a nice job by Burton.
What a match.
Guys are going after it now.
Yes, sir. Hey, and Royer's got a great crew across the gym, man. Big, probably 20 people cheering him on right now. What a good environment.
Technically, it's his senior night as well, so.
Yeah. How cool is that? These guys are really good. We thought you were questioning conditioning. They dug deep, man. They switched it at the reserve tank.
Well, when they started the third period, Burton stood up, and then he stopped. And when he stopped, the minute he stopped, Royer locked in that cradle and rolled him real quick. But if he'd have just kept, we were talking about that earlier, just keep standing up. Keep going. I think.
Yeah,
Royer spent a lot of juice, though, on them cradles.
Yeah.
Brett, if I remember right, you performed a cradle or two in your career, huh?
Oh, yes, sir.
Was that your specialty?
It was one of them.
Yeah. Oh, man. What a good match, guys. Winding down. So far, it's a point difference between these two guys. Man, what a good matchup. All right, 30 seconds. 30 seconds left.
Now it's really gut check time, Kyle.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah,
You're definitely going to find out.
Looks like he's got his whole family here tonight, cheering you on, getting you rolling. Let's see, our guys. Yeah, Daniel's a senior too. Big night for both these guys, getting ready for state. We're in the bunker.
It's the home stretch time for these guys.
What you gonna do? Warriors trying to escape.
Burton's doing a great job of collapsing that one arm.
Yeah.
He's keep doing a good job. Got wrist control on the underneath right here. If he just reaches out, chops that other arm.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to hang on to this. He's going to get him turned right here for a few back points as well.
5 seconds to get it done. He
may not quite get him, but he's going to get the win right here.
Oh, man, what a matchup.
That's a nice job by both those young men right there.
Wow, what a matchup right there, guys. Let's give another big shout out to Daniel Burton from Sulphur and Landon Royer from Quincy High School. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got 2 more matches. Next up, 152 pounds of freshman out of Sulphur High School, Josh Bryan, and a sophomore out of Sulphur High School, Chip LeJeune.
So 2 of the younger kids here, Kyle.
All right, Mr. Bergeron, you checking out?
I'm checking out. I'm going to let Mr. J get on here. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for coming in.
Sir.
Tornado Radio Network.
Good seeing you, Brett.
Yes, sir. Nice
Always
seeing you.
welcome. Oh, man. How about this, Donnie? How about this, Mr. Hernandez?
How's it going?
Is this bringing back some good memories, man?
Some good and some bad.
Yeah, right. A little bit above, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, what about this environment? This is neat. I like this center stage setup we got. We got fans going crazy. And
definitely a good turnout, good environment.
You know, kids from other schools. I don't know if you saw that. Barb, DeQuincy, Sam Houston. You never got to wrestle those guys, did you?
Right. Yeah. Originally, back when I wrestled, we were the only school in Calcasieu Parish that had a wrestling program. I think the closest school next to us might have been South Cameron.
Yeah.
Other than that, you had to go all the way to Lafayette or North Louisiana or Houston to actually find other wrestling programs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't even think Natchitoches wrestled. You know, you had to go all the way to
Airline,
Shreveport.
and you had to go way up there.
Airline and Parkway and Captain Shreve and those guys.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. And the other than once you go past Lafayette, the closest thing was Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
I mean, that are Bruley and all over there.
Bruley wrestles?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I think they still have a wrestling team. I'm not sure. It's been a minute since
I know.
I've been around.
I know. At one time,
high
I think they
school
were
scene.
working on 13 straight state championships.
Wow.
At one time,
Oh wow.
when
Yeah.
when Adam, when my middle one was graduating. But yeah, Bruley put out some teams. I'm not sure if they still are. I'm sure they still are to some degree.
Yeah, even when I was wrestling, they had some solid wrestling programs, some really good programs. So.
The thing I remember about Bruley is you'd walk out there and they looked just like a bunch of skinny kids.
Yeah.
And then when the whistle blows,
They
man,
could scrap.
Oh, they could get after
Yeah.
it.
They could always scrap.
Well, Jay, you spent a little time in college wrestling. Where you went? Arkansas? Is that right?
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Yep. So
Yeah.
that must have been a neat experience. I know we've talked about it a little bit, and these kids going from high school to college, totally different level, huh?
Yeah, it for down here, the I don't know, the competition down here compared to up north is
It's kind of their
totally
sport.
yeah. That's kind of their thing. Midwest, that's what they're good at is wrestling.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a learning curve.
Well, one of the things I
when
got
I
told
moved
one
up
time is
there.
how we start T-ball here.
That's how they do wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're geared to when our kid, especially back then, there was no, at least when I was coming up, there was no junior program at all.
Right.
But yeah, you were keyed to when you were going to start T-ball or softball.
Yeah.
Up there is when you can start wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's and the level of competition surrounding there's always all the states around them wrestle. Like here, for a long time, we're kind of isolated between us and just basically us and Texas. And you had to go all the way to Houston to wrestle, or all the way to Oklahoma because Mississippi, Alabama, didn't wrestle. You had to go all the way to Florida. That makes a huge difference. But
Yeah, we've definitely kind of declared our sport down here. Football, basketball, baseball.
yeah,
You
but
know.
I think wrestling's really come a long way, and it's especially in this area with all the wrestling programs that are, especially in Calcasieu Parish.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we were just talking about. St. Louis.
Wow.
St. Louis has had a team 10, 12 years now, and they've won a state championship
done
a few years back. Had a couple state runner-up
Great
teams,
matchup.
I think.
Yeah.
And, Sam Houston's produced a couple. I think had a couple kids that won state championships already.
Yeah, I saw that other kid that wrestled tonight from Sam Houston. It was pretty impressive. So, yeah, it's just, and it's great. It's not just good for the area; it's good for Sulphur. Local programs to wrestle with, competition.
When I think at Barb, the initial guy that kind of got started was from South Cameron. I think that's kind of how Barb slowly got into the wrestling program as well.
Correct.
Oh boy, look, a little bit of a size difference here, gentlemen. 285-pound club. That's
the Harris boy in the blue.
That's Caleb Harris.
Yep. And like I said, I believe he's going to play college football somewhere.
Wow.
That we weren't able to cover it today. We had 4 kids sign.
I know I saw that, and I was thinking, man, that would have been a great opportunity to be out there.
Well, I sent you messages to go, and you didn't show up. We'll talk about that off the air, though.
Guys, I got a feeling I'm about to be punished.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to put you out there with Caleb Harris.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what, though, I'd try. I sure would try. It wouldn't take long.
Well,
Jake can be a little scrappy.
And Jake can attest, until mine started wrestling, I had no idea the conditioning part of the sport. You see these guys kind of going out there and you think, oh, they're going to wrestle for 6 minutes. That's a long,
man.
Jay will tell you, it's a long 6 minutes, brother.
It's not just, it's a constant 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I've wrestled, played football, played baseball, pretty much all the sports growing up, but by far wrestling was, conditioning wise, is the hardest sport I've ever competed in.
Well, my son Adam still talks about it. He really didn't get to the level he wanted to get to until he learned how to condition midway through his junior year.
Yeah.
His freshman and sophomore year was just trying to kind of do it however, and then when he realized that the conditioning is such a key part of it, and how many matches he would lose eventually early in his career because of his conditioning. And
Yeah, it's a lot easier to think about your next move when you can breathe,
Yeah.
versus about to throw up,
And you've experienced it. You go from like if you go from football season into wrestling, you think
Oh, man,
I'm in great
decent
shape. Then you go into which you are in great shape, but then you go into wrestling, totally different ball game.
So Dustin used to come over to the house because we didn't live far from each other. 5 o'clock in the morning, we go run, and man, I mean, that was miles. I mean, I never really ran miles before. It was always just I'm gonna run 1 mile,
loop.
less than 8 minutes, and I was okay. But showing up to practice, you'd start with a few miles, just get warmed up, and it was really about figuring out how.
Or hitting the bleachers.
Yeah, bleachers. How good could you get when you're absolutely exhausted? I mean, at that point, that's when you start. That's when practice starts.
Well, and that's the biggest thing I think on wrestling. It's so mental. It's. I mean, it's physical, but you get to a point where your body's physically in shape. Yeah. But it's a lot more mental. So.
Well, or your body tells you it's time to quit.
That's right.
And, from a mental standpoint, you've got to figure out how to kind of break through that wall or that block.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're physically, your body can do a lot more than it thinks it can, or your mind thinks it can.
Yeah. Just pushing past that point,
Yeah, Dustin probably remembers this for sure. Our first day of wrestling, our first day of practice in college, our coach said we're going to go have a fun run. We're thinking, cool, 5-mile run, which is still isn't fun. Ended up being a 13-mile run. Drops us off in the cornfield, said meet me back at school. And when the coach takes off running too, it's like, well, we can't complain.
That's right.
Wrestling, it's just a different level of endurance.
Yeah. Well, last we talked, Jay, we were in the gym. You're trying to get back into wrestling shape. How's that going?
I've lost 40 pounds.
Yeah, you're looking good, man.
I went from 234. I'm at 192 or something like that. So
getting into that grown man shape.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into lower my blood pressure shape.
Yeah, that's it. Get that
Not
blood
so much
pressure
trying
down.
to look good. I'm just more so trying to feel good.
That's it.
I think Kyle stilled his wrestling weight.
No, man, I was actually chunked. I couldn't get under 171, Don. Now, if I could now, it'd be great.
Yeah.
I would have been wrestling these monsters, man. That was a hard weight class to be short in.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
You looked at him. I mean, like size wise, you needed another foot.
That's it. A foot.
Especially when you wrestled. That was a big group of dudes in that year.
Yeah, there was. Man, that kid from Como, I can't forget him. I felt like that looked like he was about 6'6". Went straight from basketball practice on the wrestling court. I mean, he dunked me all over the place, man.
Oh yeah.
Look, I remember one year Redemptress walked in with the team, and all they literally knew was the head and arm.
Yeah.
But they were all long and lanky and great athletes, and they would just lock up a head and arm, and hip toss you, and once you hit the mat, squeeze.
Yeah.
And now once they started getting toward the end of tournaments, more developed wrestlers, they would have trouble, but. Yeah, early on, I mean, it was just like carnage was going on. Yeah, you just hear him boom, hitting the mat. And
tell you what, and Redemption's always they're just some kind of tough kids. Just kind of a rough or tough group. They're just scrappy, really tough kids.
Well, these two guys, some heavyweights out there, really going the distance. I didn't expect it to go into the third period, but
Harris had him locked up for a pin.
I thought he was going to
get him. He got very impatient. And let go of the arm. If he would have just relaxed a little bit, he was going to pin him.
I got a feeling though they are wore out at this point in the match.
Yeah, sure. You don't see heavyweight scoring 9-3 very often. So especially that last heavyweight group that wrestled, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah,
with their physical ability at heavyweight.
Yeah,
that's really impressive.
I'll tell you what, if you want to nowadays though, even more impressive. You watch it heavyweight in the college division.
Oh,
yeah, those guys are just they're animals, man.
And used to it's just bulk and muscle or just size. Now it's athleticism. It's what's so impressive. You're not used to seeing heavyweight shoot.
No,
and they're doing high crotches and duck or like smooth duck, like hit the knee, duck under. It's a lot different ball game than back when I wrestled.
So a minute to go right here. Duhan, I'm sure, is wanting to see a little fire out of Harris. I see him over there still coaching on the sidelines, and he's wanting Harris to, especially head into state tournament week, he's wanting Harris to finish this out strong. I don't know the young man's name in the white. But he's actually doing a pretty good job.
Laylo, he's a sophomore. He's a sophomore for us, so definitely holding his own against the senior, man. Really impressed. And this is not his
it's not his weight class.
Right,
Oh, wow.
and it's his second match. He's wrestled
really?
already. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we talked about Laidlow earlier.
Laylo, he wrestled earlier. Now, it was at the beginning of the duel.
He wrestled Hyatt.
That's right.
So Laidlow is a top 5
That's right.
225 guy.
Yep.
That's right.
So these guys are both getting some good reps in, but definitely war plumb out.
Yeah, the gas tank definitely went empty.
It's gone. Hey, y'all better do something before Duhan makes y'all run. I'm just saying, it looks like they're gonna have to roll the whole mat by themselves.
I'm not used to watching Duhan yell at somebody. I'm used to me being the one
Yeah, I know.
yell that.
Still a great match. Great match. Two great guys
you know
right there.
You know how tough they're getting ready for week before state. So
yeah,
Duhan to kind of turn the intensity up this week on them.
Yeah, it definitely brings back memories going in the mat room and seeing how hard they're working and training and hearing him yelling at them and just pushing them more or less.
I think that mat room still smells the same though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
Well, look, Jay, we appreciate them. This is our first wrestling match covering for Tornado Radio Network, so we were trying to get a few up here that knew a little bit more about it than I know from watching it over the years enough, but I just don't know technical wise.
Yeah.
What a lot of the stuff is. So,
well, it's awesome y'all came. That doing this, and hopefully continue next year. And
yeah, we're trying to get more out. We were going to try to cover the district meet, and then the district got canceled. So, John Paul had mentioned that he was going to have this going on. So, yeah, we enjoyed it. We also did a first volleyball game this year.
Oh, wow.
And 2 sports, neither one so we're familiar with at all, but definitely exciting sports. But we appreciate you coming up and spending a few minutes with us.
Man, I appreciate y'all asking me. Thank y'all.
All right, thank you, Jay. Hey, give Jay his check on his way out.
Yeah, you can pick it up. The lady down there by the Kit Kats.
Thank you,
Good
Jay.
to see you, Jay. Well, Donnie, good time. It's been a good time, and definitely a first time for us here in the bunker covering the wrestlers.
Yep. The broadcast was a little choppy. We're kind of working our way through that.
Yeah.
And, we apologize. We're going to we won't do another one this year, but moving into next year, we'll look to bring in someone that's kind of like we did with volleyball.
Yeah.
We'll bring in someone that's very familiar with the wrestling and have them sit through the whole. And we'll have more information on the wrestlers, some of the wrestlers ahead of time. Sulphur's getting ready to take their team. They got a couple kids in the top 5. I think there's 3 kids in the top 10, if I remember right. But
it's exciting night, man. Imagine those seniors getting to wrestle in front of a great crowd here at Sulphur. Man, we can't thank y'all enough. Couldn't have done it without our sponsors, guys. We appreciate the opportunity to share out there. And we got some baseball games coming up.
Stay tuned. We're
basketball.
We're trying to figure out how to do that.
Yep.
I don't know if we'll get a home basketball playoff game, but we apologize. We missed the girls' senior night the other night. We weren't able to get anyone up here.
And we had those signings too. So we try to do it. This is obviously something we try to do on the side, but definitely want to be involved. So next up, we've got possibly some basketball. We're going to get in the weight room. I know Coach Tower was really proud about his program. We're going to get in the weight room, talk about that.
Oh, we're going to talk. Yeah, I thought you meant we were going to get in the weight room.
I mean, we may.
Not we.
Okay, I'll do it. But hey, we're signing off. Tornado Radio Network. How about we'll see you next time. Go Tours.